Good afternoon students. Today we are going to take our first lecture, first period of the geography, which is the 9th standard. In that lesson, we learned the first lesson of our endogenetic movements. I hope so you enjoy your lockdown periods, but now it's time to study. So first we pay attention over the study, and that is the first lesson, the endogenetic movements. When we learned means in the first time when you heard the name of the endogenetic movement, so you just confused. Now the teacher first came in front of us and just they started the lesson, and that there is the difficult name of that lesson, it is the endogenetic movement. So what is the endogenetic movements? So students, my dear students, we get the whole explanation in our first period, which is the geography period. Hi, I am Jyoti Bhoire teacher for teaching you the whole year the geography for the 9th standard. So I hope you have all the textbook of the 9th standard. It is the geography's book. So you open your first page book of the lesson endogenetic movements. So don't be confused. The lesson where is given the name endogenetic movements. The student endogenetic movements means what? It is the known as the internal movement. Internal movements of the earth. Sorry, a spelling. Movements. Okay, now it's right. That endogenetic movements, it is the internal movements of the earth, or we can say whatever internal movements of the earth going in a below of the earth. So look up, pay attention here. When we learn the endogenetic movement, that endogenetic movement, it is known as the internal movement of the earth, or we can say replace, it is known as the whatever the movement going into the interior of the earth, it means it is known as the internal movement, it is known as the endogenetic movement. So now the whatever the movements, endogenetic movements, it means it is known as the movements of the earth. So when it is the movements of the earth, this movement has two type of the movements. The first, it is known as the sudden movements, or second we can say it is known as the slow movements. Okay, are you understand? The movements of the earth has been divided into the two parts. That is, the first it is the sudden movement, and second it is known as the slow movement. That sudden movement, it is known as the earthquake or volcanoes, and the slow movement, it is known as the wind river, which is the example of the mountain. Dear, are you understand? Dear students, are you understand what? That endogenetic, this is the explanation of the endogenetic movement. That endogenetic movements, it is known as the internal movement of the earth. While study about the internal movement of the earth, this internal movement of the earth has been divided into the two parts. That is, the first it is the slow movement of the earth, and second it is known as the sudden movement. Now what is the sudden movement example? We give the sudden movement example, that is the earthquake and the volcanoes, and the slow movement, it is known as the going to the wind river as an example of the mountain. According to that, are you get the idea about the endogenetic movement? It means it is known as the natural movements which is going on the earth. So what is the example of that endogenetic movements? We get the example of the endogenetic movements, that is the earthquake and the volcanoes. According to that, the sudden movement or the slow movement has totally depend upon the three type, that is the velocity, direction and landform. I hope so students, are you understand this video? So according to that, that is the sudden movement or slow movement, whatever the earthquake, it is totally depend upon the velocity, direction and the landform. So it is about the earthquake. So according to that, apart from that, if we think about what is the magnitude of the earth, that magnitude of the earth, it means when we measure the movement of the earth, what is the measurement of the motion of the internal motion of the earth, it is measured by the seismograph, it means it is known as the magnitude of the earth. Write down the definition of the what is the meaning of the magnitude of the earth. What we get the answer? First we learn about what is the slow movement and the sudden movement. Then after we think about, there is the first question put by the teacher and you have to note down that question, what is the, that is the magnitude of the earth. We learn about what is the magnitude of the earth. So guys, what is the magnitude of the earth? Magnitude of the earth, it means when we count the motion of the earth by the seismograph, it means it is known as the magnitude of the earth. Okay, I wait 5 minutes, you have to write down in your notebook. Look out. Then that after learn the definition, what is the meaning of the magnitude of the earth, while study the endogenetic movement, so we take all the information, all the introduction about the endogenetic movement, so that whatever the words are related to the endogenetic movement, now we learn what is the tension. That is the first, it is the tension. Second, it is the are you write down now? Second, it is the compression. Third, it is the fault. And fourth, it is the folding. Write down first. Okay, I wait for 5 minutes. Write down. That is the tension, compression, fault and folding. Now we learn what is the meaning of the tension, compression, fault and folding. These all the 4 words are related to the tension. Tension, study tension. These 4 words are related to the energy. Whatever the energy released from the interior of the earth, this energy gives us the tension or compression to the interior of the earth. So that's why there is the creating the fracture. That fracture, it means it is known as the, sometimes this fracture going towards the folding and sometimes the faulting. So we get the example. For example, how there is the tension. For example, if we take the single strip of paper, assume it is a single strip of the paper, we can say it is the figure 2.1. So for the example, we take a single strip of paper and it is the, when we pull this single strip of paper to each other, it means, for example, आपण करून बघूया, कृती करून बघूया how it create the tension. एक कागद घ्या, घेतलाय, okay, take a one single strip of the paper, just I show you how to we create. For example, if we take a single strip of paper, this is the single strip of paper. So when this single strip of paper, when we pull to each other in opposite direction, this opposite direction create the temperature, it opposite direction create the tension. As a result, what happened, this paper, it is totally broke. This broke, it is totally make the fault. It is totally make the fault. As of why there is a create the fault, because of the opposite direction. When opposite direction force, when there is the applied opposite, when the opposite direction force applied, so that time there is the tremendous energy get the force, that a result this paper it is totally broke down. As a result, the same position, same condition when happen into the interior of the earth, so that time there is the creation of the faulting. It means it is known as the tension. So due to the tension, there is the creation of the faulting. Are you understand? The tension is related to the faulting. Then now, what is the folding and the compression? These compressions are related to the folding. How there is the creation of the folding? What is the correlationship between the compression and the folding? So we take a one diagram, for example. Now right. Okay. Now come to the point. After the study that the tension, when we learn about the compression, what is the meaning of the compression? We first take about the tension. Due to the reason of the tension, there is the creation of the faulting. By example, giving the single strip of the paper. First it is the single strip of paper. Then we pull that single strip of paper opposite direction. As a result, there is a faulting. Okay. Then now the compression. When this is the diagram figure 2.2 and this is the diagram figure 2.1. Okay. Now the figure 2.2 shows there is the one diagram which show the compression. How this compression create the folding. Folding. how this compression create the folding. When the internal movements release the energy from this way, when the interior of the earth create the energy and this energy move to each other, as a result whatever this is the rock type structure, this rock type structure, it is the soft structure. So due to that reason, when energy move from each to each other, so due to that reason whatever the structure of the earth, it is going to be uplifted. Are you understand? The structure of the earth, it is going to be uplifted. As a result, due to this compression, whatever the structure of the earth, it is going to the uplifted. As a result, it is the structure like to. So due to that reason, it is known as the folding. Means what? If it is the structure of the earth, it is the same structure. If it is, but when the energy going from the, when the energy released from the interior of the earth, so due to that reason the structure of that, it is the soft structure. Due to that reason, when the energy, whatever the energy released from the earth, it is moved from to each like this. So due to that reason, whatever the soft part of the earth, it is going to be uplifted. As a result, due to that reason, there is a compression, and this compression create the folding. So due to that reason, there is the relationship of this compression create the folding. Okay. So are you understand? First it is the tension and the second it is the compression. After that we think about the earthquake. What is going to the earthquake? Earthquake has a three type: primary waves, secondary waves and the surface waves. So just we learn after this study that we learn about the earthquake. So that the sudden movement, it is the earthquake. We get the figure 2.3 types of seismic waves. According to that, we show these all the diagram. In that the diagram, it is the focus. It is known as the hypocenter. Then it is known as the epicenter. We learn what is the meaning of the epicenter means what. Then focus means what. Then this is the earth surface. Then according to that, it is the secondary waves. Means according to whatever this line show us the waves. According to here is this line. This all the lines show us the waves. It is known as the seismic waves, which due to the seismic waves there is the creation of the earthquake. Is it clear? According to that, this picture show the surface, earth surface, whatever the crust show the, this is the earth surface, and this is the primary. This show the primary waves. This show the secondary waves. And according to that, the seismic waves has been divided into the three categories. That is, it is known as the primary waves, secondary waves and surface. It means it is known as the L waves. So the P shows P. It means it is known as the primary waves. Then yes, it is known as the secondary waves. L, it means it is known as the surface waves. Okay, write down. लिहून घ्या. P means the primary waves, S means the secondary waves, and L means it is known as the surface waves. So according to that, whatever the picture is shown here is these all lines show it is known as the seismic waves. These seismic waves, it is the primary, secondary and the surface waves. According to that, when what is the earthquake means what? That is the earth. We just divide the earthquake from the earth to the quake. This earth, it means it is known as the ground, and quake means trembling. It is the origin of the word, that is the earthquake. It is the earth means it is known as the ground, and the quake means the trembling. म्हणजे जमिनीला जे धक्के लागते, it means it is known as the earthquake. In short, we can say earthquake. It means it is known as the shaking of the earth. जमिनीची जी हालचाल होते, internal movement मध्ये जमिनीची जी हालचाल होते, it means it is known as the earthquake. So this earthquake has been divided in a three category: primary, secondary and the surface waves. So according to that, when the tremendous energy released from the interior of the earth and that going beyond the limit of the tension, so it creates the earthquake. So according to that, for example, if the energy released from this center and whatever the tremendous energy create from the interior of the earth, and after that that energy go beyond the limits of the tension, it create the shaking of the earth. That shaking of the earth, it means it is known as the earthquake. So this earthquake, the primary earthquake, secondary earthquake and the L means surface waves. So what is the given into the primary waves? This is known as the primary waves. When according to that, when the tremendous energy released from the interior of the earth, so whatever the energy released in a first time of the surface of the earth, it means it is known as the primary waves. So these primary waves transfer from the three states, that is the solid state, liquid state and the gaseous state. What? This primary state means first time, whatever the energy released from the interior of the earth, it is going from the, it is the enter, means it is the creation of the energy. So that's why it is known as the focus or the hypocenter. After the release of the energy, this energy come on the first time of the epic center. It means it is known as the epicenter. म्हणजे एनर्जी रिलीज झाल्यानंतर जी सर्वप्रथम जिथे येते त्या सेंटरला इपिसेंटर म्हणतो आणि जिथनं ती रिलीज होते तिला हायपोसेंटर किंवा फोकस असं म्हटलं जाते. देन according to that, after that tremendous energy release, after that the primary when that energy released from the surface waves, this first time the energy, it means it is known as the primary waves. की पहिली जी एनर्जीची जी वेव्ज असते सर्वात प्रथम जी सरफेसवर येत असते तिला आपण प्रायमरी वेव्स म्हणतो. धिस प्रायमरी वेव्स ट्रान्सफर इन टू द थ्री स्टेट, दॅट इज द सॉलिड स्टेट, गॅसेस स्टेट अँड द लिक्विड स्टेट. वॉट एवर द प्रायमरी स्टेट, दॅट द प्रायमरी वेव्स, दॅट प्रायमरी वेव्स गोइंग टू द each and opposite direction, means coming the backward or the forward. For example, if it is going to this like, so it is also move like the this way. So due to that reason it is the primary waves. The primary waves when going towards the liquid state, so that time this totally change, there is a direction. For example, if it is going in this way, so it is also transferred into the opposite direction. It means it is known as the primary waves. This is all about the primary waves, which is known as the earthquake. We release the primary waves. Then we turn about the what is the secondary waves. Secondary waves, we learned the secondary waves. After the primary waves, whatever the seismic waves reach upon the surface of the earth in a second time, that waves it is known as the S waves, it is known as the secondary waves. These secondary waves move from the solid state. Whatever the velocity of the secondary waves, that the velocity of the secondary waves, it is the lesser than the primary waves. Then after that the secondary waves, we learn about the L waves. It means it is known as the surface waves. These surface waves, after the primary waves and the secondary waves, which waves come on the surface of the earth, it means it is known as the L waves or the surface waves. So this surface waves, it is scattered in each and everywhere, and according to the whatever the destructive nature of the surface waves, it is the very dangerous or very difficult nature of the surface wave when it is the release from the interior of the earth. So it is all about the, we learn about the primary waves, secondary